Hi, 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 hello, hello, hello. I'm Snappy. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good, good, good. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Hope everyone had a relaxing or exciting celebration, whatever you picked. Again, I've got really loud heaters, so I'm going to try and edit out the worst of their clanging, but hopefully they'll stay quiet, 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 quiet. I'm pretty tired because I did stay up so late. And I indulged in some things that I'm going to not really be eating or drinking for a while to get back on track of healthy habits. So I'm feeling a little groggy and gross, which maybe I'm setting myself up for failure on the first day of the new year, but I'm not gonna think of it like that. It's fun. Anyways, so what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go over my 2025 New Year's resolutions and grade myself. Just because, why not? I'll be as candid as I can be without being too personal, but most of this is fine. Starting off with your first, I got my tab. Just read it. Finished the first draft of my fantasy novel, about 400 to 600 pages, right consistently. I'm going to give myself an A, not an A plus, because I wasn't the most consistent. I'm giving myself an A because I actually did finish my first draft, and it is over 600 pages. And it's super, super long, and I'm going to have to cut so much. Whatever, that's gonna be a thing. It's fine. That's what comes with writing a book. But I did it though. I'm really proud of myself that I actually did meet that goal. I wrote not every day, but if I had written every day, I probably would have finished it a little bit earlier. But maybe like three to 4 times a week, I'd sit down and write. So it's just kind of like it's a confusing book. There's 4 POVs, and there's a lot happening in each chapter, so it has a lot of editing ahead of it, so I guess I'll get back to that. But that was an A. I'm gonna give myself an A for that. Next up, read 1 fantasy novel and 1 nonfiction book, rotating every other month. I'm gonna give myself a B minus because I did read more nonfiction this year, but I definitely did not read 12 books. I probably read more like 7 or 8. And I actually had like 2 or 3 that I usually try and push through and read the whole thing, but there were at least 2 books this year that I was like, I read about halfway and I was like, this just isn't for me, so I stopped reading it. And you know what? That's okay, because life is short, and if I'm not vibing with a book, I'm not gonna read it. One of them was Where the Crawdads Sing. I couldn't do it. And the other one, which I was so disappointed because I hear so many good things about it, The Da Vinci Code. I found it extremely, extremely aggravating to read. I hated how their author wrote. So, it just wasn't for me. No offense if you like it, that's good. But I read like 100 plus pages and I was like, this is too much. So, I'll definitely read more this year. I shouldn't be talking about 2026, that's not what I'm doing. Don't make me do that. But yeah, I give myself like a B minus, because I did read, but I should have been reading more consistently. Hang out with friends at least 3 times. Three times a month. I'm going to give myself an A. I think I did this. I wasn't keeping track. I definitely hung out with friends a lot more than years prior. I think between playing D&D and like events and then like just casual hangouts, I'm pretty sure I've probably met this most of the time. and I'm happy with that. I had lots of good memories looking back, so I'm pretty sure I did okay. Exercise, bare minimum twice a week. Here's the classic exercise one. Be able to run 2 miles and be in better shape with body and health. I give myself a B plus or an A minus for this because I did get up to 2 miles and I could run 2 miles, not consistently. I could do it some days on my good days and other days not so much. But I was running 1 mile at least consistently, and I did go twice a week, every single week, for about 3/4 of the year, and then around October I kind of fell into a slump and I would go maybe more like once a week. And I started like running outside instead of going to the gym to run on the treadmill. So I still like did some exercise. In December I've just pretty much just been like, I'm being lazy, I'm done. I'll get back to it in January. So, but this was the most consistent year I've ever worked out in my life. So I'm still gonna give myself props for that. I definitely got stronger. I definitely learned some more discipline, and I got more confident in like using the different workout machines and stuff that I typically would stay far away from because I was intimidated by, but they're not that difficult to figure out. There's still a few that I'm like, I don't think I can do this, so I'm not going to. I don't look like a dummy, but most of it I did, and it felt good. I'm excited to get back to it. It's just hard when you stop for a while. It's one of those things. Okay, I don't know if you know what FODMAP is, but it's a diet that cuts out so much food to kind of eliminate what could be causing stomach problems. And I did try this. I tried this for like a month. But I think because I was doing so much like working out and not drinking and eating this very specific diet and cutting out sugar, like I think it was so much that like I kind of skewed my results a little bit. I don't think I actually figured out like what the issue was. I did feel healthier overall and my stomach hurt a lot less, but I don't think I figured out which foods were okay for me to eat. And also at a certain point I'm like, I hate limiting myself so much. I love food. I love all kinds of food, so it really sucked having to limit like fruits and vegetables, you know. So I might give it another go, but it was rough. It was really, really tricky to stick with. I'm sorry if my haters are being distracting. They're so annoying. It's like the number one reason why I want to move. Okay, next up was dry January. A+, I did it. Not much more to say. It was nice to take a break. Not that I'm not like a super heavy drinker at all, but you know, it's nice to not indulge for a little bit. Give your body a break. Hit 1,500 subscribers on the ASMR channel. I'm giving myself an A for effort because I did my best. It's also not necessarily in my control. It's also not in my control. So I got pretty close. So I am going to take it as a win. And so it's not all about subscriber count. But I just thought that was like a nice goal to reach for. And I did post like every 10 days, which is what I was aiming to do. So A for effort. Snappy. Look into therapy. Consider going if budget allows. Budget did not allow, so this is, I don't even know like what I'm gonna, I guess I did look into it, so A for effort. I looked into it and I couldn't afford to go like a consistent amount. Like I wanted to go, I don't want to go just like once a month. I've done that before where it's like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. And that's just not how I make progress. It has to be consistent. So if it's not consistent, and I couldn't afford for it to be consistent, I could afford to go once or maybe twice a month. Not every week. So I kind of felt like, is it worth it? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I'll need to talk to somebody. I also prefer to talk in person, but I know in this today's society, it's not the most common practice anymore. Do a purge. Get rid of clothes and items like craft things I don't need. I'm gonna say a B+, because I definitely did get rid of stuff. I got rid of, I went through my craft tote. It's huge, and I feel like I don't understand why I have so much stuff. I mean, it does take up a lot of space, and I definitely got rid of a lot of clothes, but then I also got new clothes to replace them. So, all thrifted, all secondhand, but I'm not, it's not like I exactly got a ton of more closet space because I refilled it, so. I did get rid of things though that I've been holding on to since like high school because sentimental value, but who needs that? Who needs that? And when I say get rid of, I donated stuff. So yeah, B+. There'll be a lot more purging in the new year. Keep being creative. Paint and crochet regularly. I didn't set a goal specifically for this, like paint every month or something, which I definitely didn't do. I did a big crochet project that took me several months. I crocheted a blanket. So I will give because of that, I will give myself an A-. And I did like 3 painting projects, and I painted 2 minis, I think, which is nothing, but I did some. I did some things. So yeah, B+, A-, maybe. Take photos more often. C-. I barely took photos this year. Yeah, I don't get any credit for that. I barely took my camera out. It's not my biggest goal in the world, but I would like to take more photos. I do enjoy it every time I do, and I'm like, oh, that was so much fun. I should do it more. Or I see moments and I'm like, oh, this would be great if I had my camera on me. Yeah, I used to be, like, growing up, I loved photography. I want to take more pictures of people, like street photography, but I feel so awkward taking photos of people. And it's not like I really post them anywhere, but they would pretty much just be for me. I still feel like kind of creepy. But people are so interesting to capture, and there's so many moments that I see that I'll like write down or that I'll remember that I want to write about or draw. Humans are very interesting. So maybe I'll just get over it and take some street photography. We'll see. Create or get a short film going. F. Did not do this. I think I wrote a script or 2. And I've had ideas appear, but I didn't do anything to do this. So I gotta do something with my film degree. Come on. Learn how to be better at my job. A little. So maybe B-. I think I know that I hit a rut with my job this year. And a lot of that is my fault. I think I was just dealing with my own like mental health issues and not feeling very motivated, not feeling very inspired. I purely work off inspiration and creative inspiration. That's like the only thing that fuels my fire. And if I'm not feeling that way, I just kind of throw the towel in a little bit, which is not healthy and kind of immature. But I think also the daunting AI, everything, and just like the political climate today did not help that at all. When you feel like the world is ending and you feel like your industry is falling apart, and there's not a lot of opportunities and there's not a lot of money in it, it kind of feels like, what's the point? I'm trying not to think like that. I'm trying to think of how I can still carve a piece of this industry for myself, how I can still participate with people and create with other people and have a team and make money, I guess, to pursue my interests. So I'm going to make a little bit more of an effort to actually improve this year. And a little bit of it is I kind of felt like I was lacking a mentor, or like someone my age or similar level that I could like bounce ideas off of or like learn with or ask questions with, instead of having to go to like a higher up position to ask questions or clarification. So I think those three things together just did not set me up for success, and I definitely wasn't trying to fight against it. But I think I need to start approaching everything in my life like I'm giving it my all, like I'm giving it the best, and then maybe good things will come. So yeah, I'm not gonna give myself a good score for that because I did learn, but I didn't learn as much as I should have, and I didn't try as hard as I should have, and I'll work on it. Lower screen time on phone considerably. Goal is 2 hours a day, unless I'm using it for academic/writing purposes. Stick to Instagram time limit. Think of phone like a landline. Don't carry it with me everywhere around the apartment. So I don't have TikTok. I've never gotten TikTok, because I know that I would immediately become addicted to it. And I don't have the Instagram app on my phone. I have it. I scroll on Safari because the algorithm is less specific. It's still pretty specific, but it's not as specific. And I can't watch reels on it. I can only watch like video posts. And it's also a lot more clunky and harder to use. And oh my gosh, I forgot I'm filming an ASMR video and not just yapping. I'm sorry, I'm not doing any sort of trigger. Sorry. I definitely did not do this. I did have like a panic attack in like October when things were getting just really bad for me, and after scrolling and seeing just like endless posts about like not only like things that I know are happening and things that are bad in the world, but like people also telling me that I should be freaking out, as on top of me already feeling like horrible for people and scared for people. And that was kind of the last straw. I was like, okay, I'm not choosing to be ignorant because I'm still aware of what's happening, but I need to stop using Instagram. And I did stop using it for like 2-3 weeks, log onto it, and I felt so much better, and my anxiety decreased significantly, and I've gotten lazy and I've gone back on it, but I will be cutting back, and I haven't opened it up yet today. So, but I didn't really lower my screen time as much as I would have liked. Yeah, I'll talk about that more later. Travel somewhere, either with my sister, my partner, or by myself, hopefully for at least 5 days out of the country. A+. Good job, Snap P. I did it. I went on a trip to Spain with my sister. It was for more than 5 days, and we rode horses in the mountains, and it was beautiful. It was better than I even hoped. I did it. I planned pretty much the entire trip, and got it all worked out. Yeah, it was great, and I would love to do something like that again this year if budget allows. We'll see. So yeah, A+. Good job, Snap. Play with my cat more. Maybe a B. I already do play with him quite a bit, but we have neighbors downstairs, and our floors are super creaky, and when Zucchini gets the zoomies, it's very loud. So I do feel bad sometimes when I'm playing with him and he's like running around. So we do more like treat-based play. Is that a thing? Treat-based play. Like he'll do tricks. He knows a few tricks, or I'll give him like a puzzle to do. Or like his catnip toy that she kind of just rolls around and plays with. And then maybe another apartment, I would have more of a setup for him to like run around and play, but it's a little tight in here. It's a little bit. He's also like kind of a sleepy cat anyways. He likes to sleep. As he's doing next to me right now. This next one, I'm genuinely like, out of all the resolutions I made, this one I'm genuinely like ashamed and bummed at myself that I didn't do it. I'm giving myself an F. Sorry, my stomach's grumbling. Volunteer at a charity / food drive at least twice in the entire year, and I didn't do it a single time. I don't know why, other than busyness, but was I really that busy that I couldn't do this? No. I think that I get a little intimidated. I don't know if that's the right word. I just feel like it's hard to look. I don't want to say this. I think I have a little bit of guilt, not necessarily because of my own privileges in life, but the guilt that I'm not a very helpful person in society. I'm not a doctor. I am not a chef. I'm not a activist. I'm not a first responder. I feel like I don't really contribute anything. And I think being around people who actively volunteer, even if they're not any of those things, even if they're from something else in life, but they still actively volunteer, I think fills me with such like a guilt and shame about myself that I'm avoiding it, which is just as pathetic. And it's also not about me. But I'm just trying to like be candid and honest, and also just reflect on maybe why it's difficult for me to go out and like help at a charity or event or something. So I do know that a lot of times it's a lot of work. But who cares? Like, gosh, like to help people. I do want to help people. I want to help people who are already helping people. Because I don't think that I'm the one who's making a huge difference in anyone's life. But, oh my god, I'm so sorry to have my stomach. But if I can aid people who have constantly made an effort, who are organizers, maybe that would make me feel a little bit better about myself. And make me feel like I'm serving some sort of a purpose, which right now I don't feel at all. So yeah, I'm giving myself an F because I looked into it a little bit, but I didn't make any kind of real effort to go and do something. And I only had to do it 2 times to get this resolution checked off, and I didn't do it. So come on, Snappy, you do better than that. Oh, the next one. Make music. Have at least 2 songs fully produced and finished. I dabble very little. I'm not very musically talented. I used to be more growing up, and I thought I thought it was something I wanted to do for a long time, and then I kind of gave up, and now I'm kind of relearning, which to me is super frustrating. Super frustrating. Don't you just hate when you know you used to be good at something and then you stop doing it long enough that you lost all your skills? Oh. So, I have songs in my heart. I have songs on my phone. I have songs in my brain. But I don't have anything that's like fully fleshed out or even like the sound that I think I want to have. I don't want to just do like singer-songwriter on the guitar, even though that's pretty much all I know. I want like a full sound of like synths and strings and vocals and percussion, and that requires some experimenting. That requires some playing around on software, and I only did that a handful of times, so I'm gonna give myself a D for that because I tried only a few times. I did play my guitar and I did come up with lyrics, but it's not what I wanted to do. It's not the extent that I wanted to go. So I don't get that much credit. And is that all of my goals for 2025? Yes, it is. Okay, we can move on to 2026. Obviously, I won't be ranking because it hasn't happened yet. I'm just going to read through what I wrote down. Alright, the first one, classic. Workout. Be able to do 20 push-ups in a row. Keep running 2 miles and keep track of personal best. I think I could hit these. The 20 push-ups is a little daunting, which is pathetic to admit, but yeah. I think like my chest strength has taken a long time to build up. And you use these muscles, right, for push-ups, so I think that's where I struggle with them. Get back on healthy eating, try low FODMAP again, meal prep. Pretty self-explanatory. It is very frustrating that I have stomach problems very unpredictably, and not in like specific food groups either necessarily. It's just randomly something that I thought would be fine to eat makes my stomach hurt, or something that I probably shouldn't eat that I expect to make my stomach hurt doesn't. It seems it's just very frustrating, and I've started becoming very anxious about like going to eat out at restaurants because I never know. I don't know what they put in the sauce. So, yeah, it sucks. It's, like, there's nothing else to say. It just sucks that I've got a weak stomach. Alright, next one. Do Spanish flashcards. Spanish flashcards. I'm not going to do Duolingo because Duolingo sucks. But yeah, I wanna learn Spanish. There's no reason not to, truthfully. Especially when I have like Spanish speaking neighbors, or it's just a nice thing to know. It's a nice thing to know. It's a good skill to have. And there's also a lot of Spanish speaking countries that I would love to travel to. And I went to Spain this year, and I only knew a little bit. So if I could have had like an actual conversation in Spanish, that would have been fantastic. Right, and DM a successful one-shot. I hope this happens. I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure. My friends and I have like a D&D trip that we did in 2025 and we're doing again in a few months. And my typical DM is going to be DMing the story we've been playing. But on one of the days that he's not doing that, he asked me if I wanted to DM a one-shot because he knows that I've been wanting to DM a group. So it's like a sort of practice, and then also he gets to play, which is great. And I could have picked from pre-written one-shots. I could have made it super easy on myself, but no, I was like, no, I want to be impressive. I want to write my own one-shot. I want to tell my own story. And now it's only a few months away, and I don't have it written out. I have an idea, but it has a lot of like holes in it. And not to mention I still have to like make maps and actually write the story and come up with puzzles and find music. And I don't think we're going to be doing minis, but I'll probably still like make minis and print out pictures of them so people have them. Yeah, I think I really gonna have to push myself to get this all done on time. And that's not the only thing I'm preparing for the trip. I also have to prepare for this main story that we're doing. I have to prepare food. I have like a separate like game that I want to play. Yeah. Okay, this one's a fun one. It has multiple parts to it. Grow up. Grow up a little bit. Go to the doctors for hand, eyes, my hips, everything, even the dentist. I have like hand nerve problems that I've not really gotten checked out. I'm losing my eyesight. It sucks. I've always had 20/20 vision, so this would be like the first time I actually get glasses or contacts or whatever. Hips, I've got bad hips. I could probably, maybe should go to physical therapy just to like learn some stretches and learn what I can be doing better to take care of them before I get too old and then I can't move. And the dentist, I hate the dentist so much. I know that teeth and like gum care is extremely important for your health, but I am super sensitive to smells and taste and touch, like sensations. So when someone has their like hands in their mouth, like latex, or they're using toothpaste that's not my toothpaste, or there's like whirling sound, it's actually like I feel like I'm being tortured. But I should go. I'll go this year. Get the toilet fixed. This is part of the grow up a bit. Putting off getting the toilet fixed. It works, okay. It works. It just doesn't work as well as it should. And we need someone to come and look at it. I have a computer that I need to finish building, that I started building, and then I just stopped, and now I have like computer parts everywhere. And unfinished computer. Maybe find a new job. We'll see. Depends on a few things. Depends on if such a thing is out there. Depends on if I get a raise. Depends on. We'll see. Find a new apartment. Again, depends on a few things. But I think it might be time to move because there's definitely problems with my place. As much as I love it, it's falling apart a little. It's falling apart. And dedicate myself to work a bit more. Lock in, as I was saying earlier. I need to lock in a little bit. I need to put in more effort. The next one is get book published or close to being published. Second and third drafts done. Publisher and editor found. Artist reach out. Beta readers. Promotion. I have a funny feeling that my drafts are going to take a big chunk of this year. I think that once I get my second draft done, I'll send it out to beta readers, which are just my friends, who I've sort of told them about my book. And then maybe like the second half of the year I do like reach outs for publishers and editors and artists, etc. Continue to cut back on social media, maybe even delete Instagram account. Maybe. I will cut back on social media, but I will cut back on Instagram. It's all slop anyways. Like, none of it is really entertaining, none of it is interesting, none of it is helpful. Like occasionally you find a funny video, or like a video that might be a little inspiring in terms of like fashion or crafts, but besides that, no. So we'll see if I delete my Instagram account. I keep it very private and small, and I don't let just random people follow me, so I don't mind having it for like close friends and family, but I might tighten that circle even more. Plan another trip that works with whatever is saved and go on it. Could be anywhere from dream horse vacation or a long camping trip. I'll do this. I'm sure I'll do this. I don't know if I can do another horse vacation like I did. Vacation where I go and ride horses. But I would love to. But it might be something smaller. Don't stress so much about the YouTube channel. Interact with the subscribers I do have and keep creating purely for the love of the game. Yeah. Love all your support, and I don't need thousands of subscribers to be happy. I really don't. So I'm just gonna create when I feel like it, and not stress like, oh my gosh, I have to get a video, but I'm so busy, I don't have time. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Sell/donate shit. Don't need so many clothes /books/supplies/tech. Yep, I have stuff to sell for sure. And I will be doing so. Read more this year. More nonfiction. Read every day if possible. I definitely want to do this, especially if I'm scrolling less. And I like reading while I'm writing, like in tangent, because there's a lot of things that I pick up on from other authors that I take note of, so I think it's very healthy to read and write at the same time. No more all day inside days, or minimum 1 day a week. I can stay inside all day. Just take a stroll around the block. Have cinematic days, put on a playlist that fits the vibe. Yeah. I stay inside too much sometimes, and then every time I step outside, like a whole chunk of anxiety like falls off me. Just something about fresh air will do that to you. So I'm making sure that I get outside. Literally, even if it's just to like walk a few steps and then go back in. And then cinematic days, those are days when you're like at a coffee shop, and if it's fall, you're listening to music that you associate with fall, and you're walking around and appreciating everything. Or if it's winter, like maybe I have my winter cozy playlist. Just things that like make me feel like I'm maybe a character in a movie. Just goofy, but sometimes it's nice, and it helps you romanticize the little things. Avoid big brands and online shopping even more. All secondhand and sustainable wherever possible. I pretty much do this already. I don't really use big brands, especially not for things like clothing. Like cleaning supplies and food. Sometimes I need bigger brands just because they're there. But I will say I haven't bought paper towels in months. I've gotten reusable cloth things, so those have been working great. So yeah, more things like that. Probably something with like sponges. I don't know. I'm sure there's a million things that I could do to improve my sustainability and also not support like crappy brands. Continue to hang out with friends. Maybe open up a bit more? Question mark. It does take me a while to open up with friends. I don't know why. That's not true. I do know why. It's because I have trust issues. It's not that I don't trust people to be nice to me. I don't trust that me talking about myself isn't annoying them. Which is maybe why I yap so much on this channel. I feel like whenever I talk about myself or like any problems I would be going through, that I'm being annoying and that I'm a burden, and it's better if I'm just fun and silly and like there for them in whatever capacity they need. I'm also very aware that friends come and go at different chunks in your life, and I kind of wish like people from high school didn't know specific things about me, and people from college didn't know things about me. You can't like take back things that you share. And I find that very like hard to deal with. So like as important as my friendships are, I am fearful that when we inevitably move out of each other's lives, they'll still have all this information about me that maybe I want to take with me. That's not healthy though, so we're not gonna do that. Call siblings more. Easy peasy. I need to call them more, check up on how they're doing. Volunteer, help the community. I already talked about this in the past part. I will do it this year. I will. Maybe even today I'll look up some volunteer options. Continue learning artistically. Take more photos, draw. I have my tablet. I've wanted a tablet so I could like do more digital art. I've never had a chance to learn how to do that, so learn Blender, learn 3D, crochet, music. Don't feel pressure to monetize everything, but learn to turn to creative outlets rather than other dopamine/serotonin hits. Yep, when I'm bored, I'm going to try and either read or create. Read or create. /learn. Read and learn go together. Okay, this one I'm not sure if I'll do it. Do something unexpected and out of my comfort zone or perceived aesthetic. Could be getting ears pierced. Or going somewhere that feels a bit scary. I think I'm realizing that I tend to cling to the person that I thought I was or was setting myself up to be. And then once I break that, I'm like, oh, this is better. This is a better version. This is an enhanced version of that. I guess an example could be like I used to have super, super long hair, and I was super tied to that because it was beautiful. It was very gorgeous, and it was flowy, and like in the sun it turned like red and gold, and I felt like it was a big part of my personality. And then I cut it all off, and I realized that I like having shorter hair, and it makes me feel a lot more confident about myself, and I'm not like hiding behind like thick hair. So things like that, like just to step out of my comfort zone, try something. I don't have any piercings. No piercing. I also don't have any tattoos. I don't think I'm getting a tattoo because I'm too indecisive for that. But maybe ears being pierced. Maybe this is the year for that. This is the year for the ear. But I'm worried. Here's the thing. I'm worried I won't like it. And if I don't like it, like it's pretty semi-permanent, and I'm also worried it'll get infected, and just, yeah. I like that I can escape from things, you know. I don't like being, like, putting myself in too much of a box. But getting my ears pierced might alter my appearance in a way. Like, having earrings in my ears might, like, I can't just take them out. You know what I mean? Like, I have to deal with them, and I have to accept what I look like with earrings. I'm being so dramatic right now, but it is, like, genuinely how I feel. I'm like, what if I hate it? What if I hate it? And it's also expensive, so geez, we'll see. Maybe there's something else that I can do. Maybe it doesn't have to be ear pierced. Drop ideas. Drop ideas. Maybe don't do that unless it's in good taste. Listen to more artists and entire albums. I want to, like, if I'm, like, into an artist, I want to listen to their whole discography. Yeah. Instead of just, like, a couple songs. Also start downloading and saving songs/movies I like and collecting physical media. Yeah. I want to start owning my stuff. Owning it. I don't want to just have it on my phone or Spotify, whatever the heck. And I've got a big hard drive that's just waiting to be filled up with all kinds of media. Be kinder overall. Have more patience for people and myself. Yeah. Keep up with Critical Role 4. Going good so far. I'm 10 for 10. It's been a very interesting campaign. We'll see. Watch more movies. I slacked in 2025. I did. I barely watched any movies. I don't know why movies seem like such an effort, but watching TV shows the same length, it's like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna watch more movies. There's so many movies I want to see. I have this super long list. I need to do that. Do dry January and also in general cut back on everything. You got it. No problem. Volunteer in more sets, like short film sets. I did maybe 1 or 2 this past year. And every time I go on a set, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about how much fun this is. I love the energy of being on a film set. I love just helping out. I love watching and learning. And then I won't do it for several months and I'll forget about it. And also when I'm around people and I make connections, it's more likely that I will also make my own thing. I have to do something with my film degree. Okay, this is the last one. Have 2 journals. One is my what if journal for ideas. I have a lot of moments where I'm like, what if this happened? What if I slipped right here? Or what if something erupted out of the wall? These are super basic ideas. They're obviously a lot more convoluted than that. But I have a lot of random ideas that I write down on my phone. And I want to start writing it down in person. So I've got this little yellow notebook that I will fill out with my what if ideas. It'll probably be super unorganized and chaotic, but I want to have it physically written down. And then I will also have my journal. I'm probably not going to journal every day. Because it seems like a lot. But I will try and journal frequently. I don't know exactly what about. Maybe just like what I did that day or how I'm feeling. So that was my 2025 resolution reflection and my 2026 resolutions. Let me know what your resolutions are if you have any. You guys are allowed to, with the understanding that I'm a human being, please. And life happens, but you're allowed to ask me, like, hey, Snappy, what book are you reading right now? Or, hey, Snappy, how's writing going? Or, hey, Snappy, did you actually watch a movie this month? You can, sure, have at it. guilt me in my comment section. So, we'll see. We'll see what this year holds. It's been, what time is it? Oh, it's only 8:57. I'm good. I've still got the whole day ahead of me. I was like, did I waste my whole first day? No. Also, if you have resolutions, be kind to yourself. Resolutions are only meant to be goals and aspirations, and they should be realistic enough that you can reach them. You're not going to change who you are overnight, or in a month, or maybe even a year. It's a very gradual thing. It requires discipline, it requires effort, it requires resilience, and understanding of yourself. So if you do not expect to completely get rid of all your bad habits or change who you are completely as a person, it's just not going to happen. So please be kind to yourself, and set realistic goals. It's okay to set goals for yourself, even if they're super small. I hope everyone has a great year, and I can't wait to chat more, and can't wait to see what 2026 holds. Have a good night, have a good night, have a good night, have a good night. Have a good day, have a good day, have a good day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have